So if you learn this, there's a really good chance that you'll never have to work hard for money again. And what is that? Learning how to make money without having to trade your time. So how does that work? What does it look like? Well, most people, probably 99%, I could probably say that without any fear of contradiction. By the way, welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Follow me at Middleman CEO on all social media platforms. So 99% of people believe that uh, that if you sell your time, you should get paid for it, right? So time equals money. That's what most people believe. That's how they live. So in order to get a paycheck, you got to sell time to get the money at a thing called a job, right? So 99% of the people prescribe to this, right? So I'm here to tell you that if you learn a different blueprint, and that blueprint is if you can make money without having to sell your time, you're probably going to live a really good life. Now, again, most people believe that if you trade time or if you sell time, you should get paid for it. I believe that you should make money without having to sell your time. To me, that's a better life. To me, that's a life of freedom. So the question is, how do you do it? Well, it's a good question. So in order to do this, because we know that if you do the other, right? So if you do it the other way, you do time equals money, then that's going to equal a paycheck on a job. But so in order to do it the other way, you just got to reverse it, right? So instead of time equals money, it's going to be money should equal time. How do you do that? Well, an asset equals money, right? So instead of time equals paycheck, now an asset equals income. So now you got to figure out, where do I go about acquiring this asset and then growing the asset to produce income? And that is how you get started on how to live financially free. And this is the blueprint. So if you get an asset, let's say you get, let's use mine, right? So let's use a middleman business. So if you get a middleman business, and let's say it only makes you $5,000 a month, not bad, not going to make you rich, not six figures a year, but you don't have to go to work for it. So it makes you $5,000 a month, and your expenses, let's say your bills, are only $4,000, right? So not a whole lot, not an expensive lifestyle, but let's just do the math. So $5,000 a month, and then your bills only $4,000 a month, leaves you positive cash flow of $1,000 a month, right? Whatever you want to do with that, that's fine. It's not a whole lot of money. I'm just making a point that if you do this the normal way that most people do it, it'll cost them on the back end to do this. It'll cost them 2,000 hours a year to do this. 2,000 hours a year to do this. Whereas if you do it the way I'm telling you to do it, it'll cost you about 1 hour a day. Probably less than that, but let's just say 1 hour a day. And so you tell me, to make the same amount of money, if you do it on a job, it's going to cost you 2,000 hours for the year. If you do it on a middleman business, it'll cost you 1 hour a day. And it doesn't have to be specifically a middleman business. It can be vending machines. It can be anything that does not require you to punch a clock. So you do the math. You tell me which works best, right? What's a better way of living? You know, and I know what the answer is. So how do you do this? Well, again, here's the blueprint. The blueprint is to acquire an asset, A for asset, then let that asset produce something called cash flow. So if you start a business or get a vending machine or side hustle, hobby, anything like that, it's going to you're going to start with the asset. Then the asset is going to grow to produce cash flow, and then you're going to use the cash flow to pay off your liabilities or your bills or your expenses. So how do you do it? A times C equals L. So it'll look like asset times cash flow equals liability. And the good thing is, whatever you want to put in the liability column, whether it be house, car, vacation, it doesn't matter. You'll pay for it the same way. So instead of paying for things with your life, i.e. your paycheck, you can start using A times C equals L. Asset times cash flow. I teach this to the students too. Even though I teach them how to build a business, I do teach them this mindset so they can learn how to use the business to give themselves the best life they can possibly do. So asset times cash flow equal liability. ACL, say it with me, ACL. So from now on, if you want to take a vacation, if you want to buy a new car, if you want to buy a new house, stop thinking about can your paycheck afford it. You got to start thinking, can you got to stop thinking like the 99%. Start thinking like the 1%. This is where you want to be. You want to be in the 1%. Where the 1% is going to say, not can my paycheck afford it. What asset can I use to pay for it? So if you start thinking like that, I promise you it's going to give you financial freedom. I know this is a simple and quick video, but going from where you are today to where you want to be is just that easy. It's just a 5-minute class, just a 5-minute lesson, and you're done. If you program yourself or reprogram yourself and then take this in and operate by it, I promise you it's going to change your life. So for those of you who have been asking, we are still taking just a few more people into the Middleman CEO masterclass. So if you want to get in there, you don't want to be on the waiting list, and you're like, hey, I need to get away from this job, I need to build wealth while not having to go to work every day, then you need to get into the class ASAP. Don't wait. Keep your job until we grow your business, and then you can leave your job, but don't wait. I'll help you build your business. I'll work with you one-on-one if you're in the VIP. I'll help you build your business, grow your business, and then we want to get your business up and running within 90 days. So if you got 90 days, you're willing to do just a little bit of homework. It's not hard work. You do it all from your phone or your laptop. And you're at Starbucks anyway. You may as well learn to build a business and make money. So all I do is I use the business to get customers, book the customers, and take a deposit dispatch. Really quickly, I'll show you so you guys can know what I'm talking about. If you build a middleman business, it's simply derived of book, deposit, and dispatch. So BDD, this is going to be book, this is going to be deposit, and then this is going to be dispatch. So the way it works is you pick an industry you want to get into. You don't have to do it up front, but by the time you get out of the class, you need to have an idea of the industry you want to get into. So let's say you're a new student, you get into the class, you're like, hey, I want to work with you. Bam, how do I sign up? You get enrolled in class before the price goes up, and you come in as a, let's say something really popular, home cleaning service. So you come in as your A and B home cleaning service, right? A and B cleaning, your city, blah, 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 right? And so what I do, I work with you to set up everything with your business, and then I work with you to go through, let's pick a good name, let's pick a good location. You don't need an office. When I say location, is what city you want to launch, because you do it over the internet, you don't have to be in that particular city to launch. You could live in San Diego, launch your business in Chicago, does not matter. And so book, deposit, dispatch. So you create a cleaning service. All right, then we're going to do some middleman math real quick. We're going to say, hey, how much can I make off this business? And this is middleman math. To show you real quick, the middleman math is C for customer, ISP, independent service pro, or what you would call, a lot of people call contractors, and then DC for deposit commission. I know all my students, you know this. So the first thing we do is, all right, in this industry, how much? Because we need to know how much money we get to take right here, right? So in this industry, real quick, how much, is the average moving job? And then you might, or cleaning job. Then you might say, hey, the average cleaning job to do a great job in a nice home, $350. Then the ISP says, hey, I'll go out and do that job for $250 with my crew. So they'll do all the work. 350 minus 250 leaves you $100. That's your deposit commission on a 5 or 10 minute phone call. So for every customer you book, you get to take $100 off of that customer. So now you're going to go out and promote your business. I teach how to do that. You can promote your business. Customer going to reach out. You're going to book the job. The customer can contact you via email, text, or just book the job over the website and not even talk to you. Book the customer. Then you're going to take your deposit. This is where you take your 150. I try to get everybody around 150, but I keep the examples low, just so I could register with you. So let's say you get $100 per customer, and then you dispatch to you're gonna have an army of ISPs who are gonna want to do business with you. So then you dispatch the work to the ISP, and then you sit back, relax. They do all the work. You've already gotten paid right here. right? So book, deposit, dispatch, $100. Let's say you do that one time a day, just once a day, not even working hard. Once a day, one customer a day, that's it. Make $3,000 for the month. Now you got $3,000 in your bank account without going to work, without leaving the house. And what you got to do if you want to double that, just do 2 customers a day. Now you got 6,000. And for a lot of you, I know your goal is 10,000. Just do 3 customers a day. All of a sudden, you're closing in on that 10,000. You had $9,000 a month. Now you had 6 figures for the year, working about 1 hour a day or less, and making easy money. Then we talk about how to hire a VA so they can run the business for you. So pretty easy to do. If that's something you want to do, put the word middleman in the comments below. If you want to learn more about it, just drop the middleman in the comments. If you want to email me, you got questions you want to get on a payment plan, middlemanceo@gmail.com. Or for the go-getters, go right to middlemanceo.com, click the VIP, buy the course, and I'll start working with you and we'll build your business, because this is a done with you process. So I actually do it with you. Just think about what your life's gonna look like if you can make $3,000, $6,000, $9,000 a month without having to leave your house. That's what your life could look like. All right, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. See you in the next video.